Hi members, one of the questions I'm being asked a lot, even though you can't really practice bunker shots at home unless you're very lucky, is how do you get out of bunkers, especially some of the hard compact ones or deep fluffy sand. So one of the main differences that you've got to try and do out of those bunkers is have the right tool for the shot. So you can see these two wedges here from Ping, they're both identical, except one has 6 degrees of bounce and the other one has 14. They're going to be totally different which situation you use those in. So the 6 degrees of bounce club, I'm going to use that out of a hard compact bunker where there's not much sand, because that's going to allow the club to dig in and get underneath the ball. That way I won't hit the sand and a blade across the other side of the green. The 14 degree one, that's going to be used out of deep, thick, fluffy sand where it's nice and deep. So basically the club will go into the sand and it won't dig in and bury further. It's actually going to try and come back out of the sand. Now, you're not going to have two 60-degree wedges in your bag. That wouldn't make any sense at all. But what you can do is have a 56, which might have quite a bit of bounce, and a 60 that doesn't have a lot of bounce. So you've got those options when you're in the bunker. Now, in terms of playing out of hard and fluffy sand, there's a couple of things technique-wise that you can do also to give yourself the best opportunity to get out. So out of a hard, compact bunker, I'm going to make sure my stance is a little bit squarer to the target. I'm not going to open the club face as much, and I'm going to have a nice upright swing. So I'm going to pick the club up steep and come down quite steeply and hard on it. That's going to try and get that club to go deep into the sand. And the opposite is for one where that sand's deep and fluffy. I'm going to make sure I swing a little bit more around my body and try and shallow out the swing a little more. I'm going to use a club with a lot of bounce so that it won't dig into the sand, and by shallowing out that swing, that's going to stop that club digging into the bunker. So I'll show you what both of those look like. So the first one is just going to be that hard compact sound. So I'm going to stand a little closer to the ball, and I'm really going to try and pick the club up nice and steeply. So from down the line, it's going to look a lot more that way, and I'm going to try and really thump down into the sand. Now, when I play the shallow one, where I've got lots of deep fluffy sand, I can open the face a bit more. I'm using a club with a lot of bounce. I'm actually going to try and swing that just a little bit more around my body, and you can see there, that club doesn't want to bury in the sand, and that's going to give you the best opportunity at getting out in those different situations.